Okay, you can start one.
Yes. My humble salutations to our parents, gurus, Jnana Brahma, Swami Sundar Chaitanyanand ji, Dhyana Brahma, Pitama, Dr. Subhash Patri ji, Guru Mata Swarnamala ji, Ekathva Gudakesha grandmaster, Shri Prabodh Achyutha ji, Swadhyaya yogi Shri Pradeep Aniruddha ji, organizing members, Dr. Manjuvani madam, Shri Abhijit ji, Shri Suman ji, Sharanamma madam, and to the Dina Miriam, author of Sitainam, and to all the participant friends. Yesterday, we had discussed about Ram entered in Mithila and has seen from far that one woman is lifting the plow and digging the field. And after some time, she just kneeled down onto the floor and then she took the soil into her hands and applied on the cheeks. And she's feeling very happy for that. He inquired the farmer also about that woman. So she came to know that she is the Rajkumari of Mithila and Sita. So that was yesterday's a story, little bit, and Sita along with Rohna, Usha, and Soma, she went to temple and she offered, Sita Mata offered Aarti to the goddess Parvati, and she was singing a song. From far off place, Ram and Lakshman, they were coming and they could hear the voice of sweet voice. It's like a celestial song. So they came to this temple, listening to that song, and they stood behind the Sita. So after giving Aarti, Sita has turned back. Then she could see just a few meters away distant. She could see Rajkumar Ram, and that was a very shocking thing. And she was looking at him, and she could not close her eyes. And the same condition with the Ram also. Both of them were gazing at each other and forgot about the surroundings. So everybody was looking at them. When will they move? So sudden movement this is. Then after some time, Lakshmana could come into that. He wants to break the silence. He said he introduced himself as Lakshman and then brother Ram. Then Urmila, in reciprocation, Urmila has introduced herself and the sister Sita. Like that, they have introduced themselves. Then Ram finally, he spoke very smilingly. So you are the Sita Rajkumari. I saw you the other day in the field when you are plowing, and from a distance I could see you lift the soil to your and applying on your cheeks so tenderly. That looks as if with a it is a love of mother embracing her child. That much with the tenderness you are applying the soil onto your cheeks. Then Sita replied very softly, yes, she is the source of our strength. We teach the people of Videha to love and honor Vasundhara Mata. So immediately Ram said, yes, we would like to learn your ways of learning knowledge. We wanted to take it to Ayodhya and expand it into the Kusla kingdom. while he was telling, Janak Baba came from the backside of the temple, and then he was very overjoyed to see Sri Ram and Lakshman, and he was welcoming them. Definitely, we will share our knowledge with you all. And he especially mentioned Ram that Ram, your fame precedes you. All of Mithila people have heard about you, your miraculous deeds. It's a great honor to have you here with us in our kingdom. And definitely, I'll share our knowledge and we will teach you the methods of farming. Janak Baba has very much overjoyed. And then before only, when Dasharatha Maharaja has offered them the grains, which had been shortage for a longer time, that time he thought that we will definitely give something back in acknowledging and gratitude. So now the time has come. That's why when he said that we would like to learn your ways of this knowledge, then immediately he said that. So after coming home, the night meal is going on. Rohana, Usha, and then Soma are serving. Then Sunaina Mata asked, I heard that you people have seen Rajkumar. How does he look like? Then Rohana said, never I have seen such strength in a man, and his features and so well proportionated. Then she asked me, Meenakshi also. Meenakshi said, I could not see. I'm very sorry. I was not there. Then she asked Soma, how about you? How did he appear to you? She was very, Sunaina Mata was very curious to know about Ram. Then Soma said, Mata, excuse me, I could not see him. I have become blind in front of his light. Some light is radiating from him. I could not see him. Then Sita intervened in between and said, Soma, you must learn to look steadily into the light. If you had done that, you would have seen his celestial form as I did. Never try to turn away your face from the light. This is what Sita told Soma. Then Soma said, yes, first time I turned my face away, but second time I have seen him, his human form. I don't know how to describe him. Rohana rightly said about his strength. And then Usha talked about his beauty. His features are quite fine with a slender, straight nose and full lips. Had complexion is like Mata's but slightly more golden. For a glimpse of moment, I could catch these things with my eyes. But I have no words to describe more than this, she said. But Sita said, Soma, you just talked about his outer form. You did not talk about his inner form. Then for a moment, Soma kept quiet and she said, he seemed to be very approachable, not at all distant and formal, like so many other Rajas, but very personable and almost modest. That much she could describe. Then Sita said, Mata, everyone has their own perception and they will describe in their own way, but you have to see him and you have to decide how he look like. So while this conversation is going on, then they recalled one earlier conversation which took place long back. Sunaina Mata is full of praise about the Sri Ram's achievements, his bravery and courage, and then killing the Demnis Taraka. So the moment Sunaina Mata has expressed about the killing of Demnis Taraka, then Sita Mata was a bit, she showed some displeasure in her face. When Janak Baba had seen her, some sort of disturbance on her face, then I said, what happened to you? Why you were so disturbed? Then Sita Mata said, see, the killing the divinist Tataka, is it necessary that much violence? That to killing of a woman, here that particular thing, killing of a woman, is it not against the laws of nature? She questioned Pitaji. For that reason, she was very, she expressed her unhappiness. Then Janak Baba responded to her question. I would never question Ram for any deed performed by him. What he does is for the welfare of the whole region. So I never had any doubt about him. But Mata could not ask much about it because Pitaji was very strong to support Ram. And Janak Baba knows she was not very much pleased with his answer. Then immediately he tried to just turn the conversation, and he said, he is the person who had freed Ahalya, Gautam Muni's wife. She was seduced by Indra, and Gautama was very angry with her act, and immediately he cursed the innocent Ahalya to become like a stone. And no sage had the courage to go near her. She's all alone. No one is there to free her. And Sri Ram had come and freed her. Who would even have the power to reverse a curse? And Ram has approached her as his own mother and freed her from that agony. Is there more any compassion greater than this? So Janak Baba questioned this. Then Sita was very much touched by these words, Janak Baba's words. Yes, that was a great deed. Then she also said, Ahalya Mata was unjustly cursed through no cause of her own, no fault of her own. But the story is totally, what came out is totally different. Not truly happened. True incident has not come out. But important thing is Ram has freed her. That is very important. It is a very rare achievement for anyone, and to reverse a curse, even our rishis cannot accomplish this. See, here also, Sita is mentioning that, see how these curses of the sages affect the innocents. In the beginning also, in previous one incident also, she talked to the father, Janak Baba, and said, how can anyone, in Meenakshi's case, 5 generations they have to go through that curse. The person who has done mistake, okay. But 5 generations means very long way to come out of that, and no one can reverse it. So again, she found here a Gautam Patni Ahalya. A Gautam Muni only has cursed her. So that someone is such an innocent, this is not of her fault. She was cursed. Someone is so pure and wise, who is a rishi in her own way. Even then, she is also affected by his curse. That gives me so much pain, she said, Sita. Janak Baba has put her at ease. Okay, you're thinking of this. someday, perhaps someone will be able to rectify this. Because et bhavan tad bhavati. We all know that. If I think of today, some other day, it will manifest. So, but this should be a start. And my intention should be very strong to manifest in a faster rate. Many things we all feel, but we cannot do anything like that. We'll put it aside. But definitely this will take some change. I would like to express my own feeling at this juncture, because when we had to go to mother's house, we had to take the permission from the in-laws house. How long it goes, I used to feel at that time. We used to come from from Faizabad to Visakhapatnam, and I had to go to in-laws house. I would like to see my parents. I would like to be with my parents, at least for one day. But the condition is that we have to go to in-laws house, be there for some time, then go to parents' house. But see, that day, my whatever feelings I have, that was with my children. I see they just come and go with their own interest. They don't have to ask anyone. That has changed. So here Sita Mata is also thinking of that. See, when will this be rectified? Then Janak Baba has given instructions. Definitely it will rectify one day. Increasingly, we see that the sages are abusing their power, and perhaps it's a time for it now to be withdrawn. So, this is Meenakshi thought, because of Khadga's conversation, killing of women, Sita Mata might decline this Swayamvara, this thing. But it has not this. Sita has become was very much pleased with the Janak Baba's words, and she became very normal. So, and then this is Swayamvara time. What is that thing? The bow of Mahadeva had rested in the palace temple for many, many generations. It was given to the Janak Baba's ancestors by Parshuram. To him, it is given by Mahadev. The reason is that to perform the task of ridding the earth of the violent Kshatriyas, the warriors who had overstepped their boundaries and then spread conflict everywhere. When, like Ravana, we can think, when powers are becoming increasing, then we will put it in a wrong way. So at that time, during Parashurama's time, the same thing had happened. The Kshatriyas are overruling their powers. So then Parashurama had done great penance and then got that bow from Mahadev only to end these violent things. After that, Parashurama handed it over to the ancestors of Janak Baba, and they know that this in Videha Raja, in Mithila kingdom, they worship and they never go for wars. They were never wanted to extend their kingdoms. They will follow only dharma. They are not interested in expansion or going powerful or conquer the neighbors, and they would not invest in armies also and weaponry. Their treasure is the wisdom of the rishis and be ruled by the wise leaders. That is what they are for. So that's why Parashurama knows very well about the Mithila kingdom and Mithila ruler kings, and he handed it over to them. So from then onwards till now, it is going on like that. It was placed in the where it was placed, so much expansion, so much rebuilding, so everything has been done, but that bow was kept there only. That was not moved at all, even in centimeter. So now Janak Baba, all the time we hear that he does meditation. During meditation, he heard inner voice that a requirement for Swayamvara is lifting and stringing of the bow to marry Sita. That is the condition. Then the Janak Baba understood that there will be some transition will take place. Whoever lifts this bow will take with him not only the jewel of Mathura, Sita Rajkumari, but also the protection and power of the bow also. And then this would be the beginning of the decline of Videha. This Janak Baba knows about it. Sita has come with a very exceptional way. She has come onto this earth. So wherever she goes, those things will go along with her. So he knows that the decline of once the Sita Swayamvara takes place, so that the lifting and stringing of the bow, that means very powerful person. Naturally, Sita also a powerful person, goes to him, that kingdom also will go along with her. He did not feel unhappy for that. That is the main thing, wisdom here. Before also he said, kingdoms will come and go, but we want the welfare of the entire universe. For that reason, I am calling a Shakti, that is a daughter I want. He answered to the Rishi when he asked, you need some person who can take care of this next successor. Everybody wants a son, but you are asking for a woman, a girl. Then he answered this. Now also he is saying the same thing. Kingdoms come and go. Videha had contributed much and would continue to do so. Videha has contributed in the form of Sita for the welfare of the entire universe, Shakti Swarupini. But it was not in the destiny of his kingdom to lay the foundation of future civilizations. This realization came to him and he accepted it without the slightest concern, slightest unhappiness. He did not. He knows that Sita, wherever Sita Mata is there, that will be for the welfare of the universe. So in this Bhagavad Gita also, in second chapter, Sankhya Yoga, Krishna says to Arjuna, Matra sparsastu kaunteya, Sitoshna sukha dukkada, Agama apayina nityaha, Tam titicha swabharata. Matra sparsastu, matras, sense organs. Sparsha means touch. Means when outer things touch the senses, definitely there will be some trembling will be there. Sitoshna sukha dukkada. When I see cold and heat for body at body level, physical level, these two will we try to protect ourselves for the when the extreme cold is there, extreme heat is there. At the same time, in the mind level, Jaya Apjaya, Ninda Stuti, Man Apman. Somebody praises, somebody blames, somebody abuses, and win and lose. These two things affect the mind. And then at the intellectual level, dharma, dharma. Always the two things will be there. That is the Kurukshetra war. But here he's saying that these two things always will put us at some unhappiness. You should be in a stable state. Kaunteya, tam titicha swabharata, agama paina anityaha. It comes and goes. Anitya, uncertainty. So you have to withstand to it. Whatever comes, accept it. Whatever goes, accept it and respect it. Something comes to me today. Okay, it's very great. It's a blessing from the Sarvakarma Phala Pradata. And if something happens in a negative way also, That is also a result of my own deed only. So my sin has been cleansed. So that way you take it in a positive way, both the things. Something comes, something goes. So you have to understand this. Tam titiksha svabhata. Titiksha means you have to tolerate. You have to withstand. You have to be patient. So that is what here also the Janak Baba has replica for this sloka, we can think. He had shown, because declining our own kingdom means it's not that easy to accept it. But he knows what is Sita and what is Ram. So happily he is accepting it. Even the time for the Swayamvara was upon us, Rajas and Maharajas. They were invited everywhere in that country. Everybody was given invitation. So many people are coming in. But Sita Mata is not least bothered. And other people also in the Raj Mahal, they know the end point. So they were least bothered. This is only for a formality, we can say, that they are conducting. Then Sunaina Mata is asking, what for this? Why do you are conducting when you know that the destiny, that Sri Ram will do this? Then this is only the wisdom, and then Mahadev's will be exhibited in this. Whoever has that power, Mahadev will bless. That person only can lift the bow and string it. So for Sunaina Mata, the answer is given by Sita herself. So it has come. First meeting had been done in temple, yeah. So everybody is very much clear about it. So the time has come. Sri Ram has done the requirement and it was fulfilled. But here we have to understand the Sri Ram's character. He did not immediately that Swayamvara has taken, because she has to put the garland in Sri Ram's neck. But what Sri Ram has said, that matters a lot here. Sri Ram, after that, everybody breathed a sigh of relief when Rama lifted it. Then Sri Ram announced that he would come the next day to make sure that Sita Rajkumari accepted the results. See that wisdom, I can say that. Whether Sita Rajkumari accepted the result or not, I will one day time I will give till then she can decide. Tomorrow we will talk further. She would have a day to reflect and decide her future. The means he had given that much option to a woman. This is one of the very interesting characteristic of Sri Ram. Say, giving a respect to a woman. Here we can see from Ram. Until then, no announcement will be made. He made it clear. Till then, till next day. Though that the Swayamvara party is over, but he said, no need to announce the results. Tomorrow we can announce the results after knowing the wish of Sita. So we have come, the time is up. I think we should conclude here. I got the great opportunity to discuss some wisdom about Sitainam, wisdom of Janak Baba, wisdom of Sita, wisdom of Sri Ram. Many discussions have taken place. We came to know many things. So this through this Ekathva Gudakesha platform, which is created by our grandmaster, Prabodh Achyutha ji, and to the organizing members, Dr. Manjuani Madam and Shri Avijit ji and Sharnamma Madam, and to Dena Mariam, the author of scripture, Sri Sitainam, and to all the participant friends, and to this time, knowledge and technology. Thank you, thank you.